maybe even a couple of mountain goats. You might even see Sasquatch out here. Another waterfall right there. Mountain range. That's the Cascades. We're going up over Snoqualmie Pass on I-90 in Washington State. I have to say. Now everything to my right that you can't really see for Snoqualmie Pass. There's all kinds of lifts and everything going on. One of my favorite areas as a kid growing up skiing. car serviced and not repaired. Up here. Anybody fishing on it. Never. Even when I was a teenager driving up here to go to concerts, never did I see anybody in a boat or fishing on this water. Spots up here, some of the snow that you see right now, that snow, especially at the very tops of some of these, is going to be there all year long. Especially the ones that are just coming into view now, if you can see through those trees. Now it's kind of in the right-hand side of the screen. Those ones never lose their snow, or almost never. Solid on the top. You can actually take a 80,000-pound semi-truck, drive it out on top of that, or not river, pound semi-truck on top of the ice out on that lake, and it would hold just fine. had Rosie up here. When I brought Rosie up this way from Reno, and we started getting into the foresty areas up in Oregon and up here in Washington, she was just amazed at the forestry and the trees. And I've never seen forests like this. I don't even know what kind of trees those are. And I had to tell her, some of them are pine trees, but most of them are evergreens. She had never seen them before. And she said she's seen forests before, but nothing we have up here. Nowhere in the country has forests. Nowhere. Back in the day when I would teach them how to drive a semi-truck, I would tell them, look, the country from one end to the other is pretty much the same no matter where you go. Everything is identical. You got the same houses. You houses. Going to really notice that. But for the most part, identical from one end of the country to the other. Or lack thereof. Jen, you can definitely do that. When it hits 118, 120 degrees out there in Oklahoma, you can come up here to the northwest and play in the snow. About 7 degrees out that morning. 7 degrees, right? So I drove that load all the way down to Laredo, Texas. No, that was the second time. The first time it was Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix, Arizona. It was still cold inside my truck, you know. I was still nice and hot, and I was dressed like an Eskimo. I got out of the truck, and within seconds, realized I made a very, very big because I stepped out into 123 degree weather. Yes, it was a dry heat because it's Phoenix, Arizona. But when you go from a 7 degree temperature to a 120 some odd degree temperature, that's a killer. Within seconds, I was not able to really think. It was just way too hot. My brain wasn't functioning right. I couldn't even form a sentence. So I went and got a shower, and I walked into the shower and literally stood under the cold water running in the shower with all of my clothes and shoes and everything on, just letting it drench my head and my body. I was in there for about 10 to 15 minutes in that cold shower before I could actually think again. The next thing I did after that, I went into the barber shop and had them shave my entire head bald. It was the first time I'd ever been in Phoenix, Arizona. That text message off. Oh. Das ist nicht gut. Yes, I am on I-90 still. We got to get to Ellensburg, Washington before I can cross over to I-1 or I-82. I'm going to jump out real quick here and check my 3 hours. Mandatory stupid half-hour break. People. 11 hours straight without having to stop. I mean, sometimes I'd stop for little things here and there, maybe 5 minutes there, 15 minutes there. I'd stop a couple times throughout the day, but then a few years back they decided no, all semi-trucks must take a half-hour break within the first 8 hours of on-duty time. Well, guess what? Or for every 8 hours of on-duty time. So like if I have a really long day, I may end up having to take 2. So I got 3 hours before I have to stop and shut down for half an hour. Then I can finish my day after that. Half-hour break. I am a lot more tired at the end of my day now than I used to be when we weren't forced to do it. Because it just stretches my day out that much longer. They say it's for safety, but I guarantee it's not. Everybody should be sharing it too, all your social media. Put the links out, copy and share the link to this live stream and put it out there on all your social media. Tell them I'm live right now. get that that Samuel guy's information, the one with the convoy from Texas? If you are hiding in the background and just watching, if it would be nice to hear from you, at least say hi. You know, maybe spark a conversation here. By you interacting, it makes it a little easier for us to have a good shaping of this channel in the future. I mean, for everybody. Don't just sit in the back and watch. Be active. And that, you know, when it comes to everything in this country right now, too many people have sat back and just watched and let things happen. It's time for everybody to start being active. Start being active. Make your point and your opinion heard, one way or another. You might think that your opinion doesn't matter, but it does. It does. Excuse me while I reach for another sweet tea. Gold Peak sweet tea. Love it, love it, love it. Oh. Another scale house. Let's see if they call me in or not. Hopefully they're only doing the stupid boats today. They're looking for this little tiny mussel or clam or whatever it is that they consider it's a freshwater invasive species, right? What about all those years and years and years and years? Because this is a relatively new thing, by the way. What about all those years and years and years and years where all these boats would be pulled out of one lake or one river one day and put in another lake or another river another day for years and years and years, and nobody ever stopped and questioned anything? They're afraid of this species getting spread all over all the different waterways, but guess what? The species was already in all of them. This is just another way for the government to again tax the people. Because if you get caught with anything that is wet, not dry, wet, on your boat while you are transporting it, that's a big ticket. But I'd like to know, how in the world am I going to pull my boat out of a lake, get it really dry, everything dry, including the anchor and all of that, the rope for the anchor, everything. How am I going to get that all 100% dry before I haul it home at the end of the day? How? I don't see it being a thing. It's just another tax. Hello, Rosie Road. You missed all the snow in the pretty lake up above. like compared to what you have back out in the Maryland or back east. Oh, I'm sounding like your dad today. Okay. That's a good thing. Maybe he's looking down on you today. Did I miss something? Did somebody see a flying saucer somewhere? Beam me up, Scotty. Beam me up. Give me a couple of phasers and photon torpedoes to bring back. That would be nice, right? Actually, just go to the White House and the Senate building and the Congress and beam them all up and show them what reality should be. And then beam them back down and, you know. You're still going to love the view because I know you're going to go back and watch the video again from the beginning when you have the time. Hey, Jim. I don't want to hear talk like that in my chat or on my stream. That's one warning. Next time I'm just gonna knock you out. You won't be allowed back in. Jim guy. It would be not one, but I do have as they are, and the freight rates as low as they are. I cannot afford to spend more than a day or two at a time doing any one thing. So if I happen to be in the area and they happen to be doing something, I will join up with them while I'm there. But I have to keep working. You know, the wolf pups have a way of, the wolf pups have always had a way of sorting out their own, right? You not see it in the road, but there's a rut there that pulls you off. do, Rosie. Yes, they do. And I know, Rosie, you wanted me to take your wrench away from you, so because you don't really know how to be a mod or anything like that, but I'm going to leave it there. Because that also gives you the ability to see how things are and see how things work and learn. That also gives you the ability, so like if we go through, if the mods it's made by certain people, what those comments are, even though they were deleted, so that you can get a real feel for why we deleted them, and you know, and what kind of stuff we actually want on this channel and what kind of stuff we don't. So it's a learning process for you. That's why I'm not taking away your wrench. I'm leaving it on you. Bye-bye, Jim. Yeah. Rosie, just sit back, relax, and watch. Jen will really teach you, especially now that she has your phone number. Yeah, that live stream with Joe Nagy and X-Ray yesterday was really good. Joe had a lot of good information to put out. Likely is. And he's probably one of those people that likes to download an entire video, chop it into little bits here and there, put them all back together to make it say something that was never said, and then hand it to the FBI saying, here's your bad guy, which is exactly what happened route. This is the route you drove after you left Olympia and headed for Idaho with the convoy. Oh, is that what happened? I didn't time him out. I hit the delete button on him. Not delete, the hide. I hit the hide button. And there was somebody else in one of the other chats earlier where I was trying to get rid of them, and I would get rid of them, and then suddenly they'd be back again. So I don't know what's going on with that. What I do know is it's not right. So if he pops back in, I will let Jen take care of him. Bouncy, rough. Welcome to the state of the nation. Everybody wonders why when you go to the store and you buy a new electronic thing, it doesn't last for very long. Well, gee, look at the roads that the trucks that deliver those to the stores have to drive on. Because all this shaking and bouncing, that's happening inside the trailer too. Everybody that drives it in a car is like, oh, I don't feel anything. Well, yeah, you don't, because you're a small little car. You get it on a big truck and you really feel what's wrong with the road. This channel over to another channel. It's still going to be Black Wolf, but we're going to change it to something else on the name and get people to move over to it because for some reason I am locked out of my YouTube account directly. It accepts it when I just have an app log on to it, like that way. When we get big enough and move everything over so that I can controls and do what is governed at 62 miles an hour, which would put them 10 miles an hour faster than their governor right now. And everybody wonders why Swift has so many accidents. He has no power whatsoever when he's up at his governor to be able to move if he needs to. Whereas, here we go, I put my foot on the floor and now I'm accelerating again. Even here, I don't have a governor. Let Swift get the ticket. Let Swift get the ticket. Yeah, I picked up about 70 subscribers this last week. That was really good. Now what was really neat is when I told X-Ray and Jen and you and a few other people, I told the G's, I told Ashley, and I put it out on my Truth Social. I went from 80 subscribers to 480 in an instant. I just wish we could do it again. Boom, another 480. Boom, another 480. Just keep them coming. Now, huh? That's good. We're getting there. We're getting there. So the big change we're looking at making is going to happen after I hit 1,000 subscribers. Once I hit 1,000 subscribers, that's when we're looking to move the channel over. It's still going to be Black Wolf with another word added behind it. But we're gonna make a move and make it so that I can easily access all of those things. So the biggest struggle will be getting all of those people that have subscribed to move over to the new channel. Your workday's over there, huh, Jan? Did you get in trouble with the boss by having me up on your screen when you walked in? Showing 620. All right. I know I looked at it last night and I was sitting at 596 or something like that. That is. Let me see if I can do this. Oh, I'm not plugged in. Nope, I'm not plugged in. Darn it. I got a friend sitting over there in his truck right now. Used to run Walmart dedicated with him. I had to unplug my CV because when I have that fan running and blowing air onto my phone to keep it cool while I'm live streaming, I get a loud buzz through through all of my speakers because the CV is catching feedback from it somehow. So I had to unplug the CV for right now. That just means I've got a short somewhere. That's right, we've got 619 subscribers. 619 subscribers. Oh, good. Now, at least you didn't get in trouble. She's gonna get home. She's gonna pour that shot of vodka. She's gonna sit down in her easy chair, prop her feet up, staring out the window at the horizon, and let the day melt away while she sips on that vodka. She's gonna do. Share it everywhere you can, always. I appreciate it, you know. It'll help the channel grow, and the more people interact and actually take part in the channel will actually get shaped and be more positive with the interaction with the people. If there's no interaction with the people, then there's nothing about the channel, right? That's how all channels get successful in the first place, is with their interaction with the people that are watching. And I want them to be vocal. I want to hear what they have to say. I do. Unless they come in here the way that Jim came in here. If they come in here that way, then I don't want them in here. Now, if anybody wanted to know the true definition of my politics, I am now, even on mom duty, you can still have, a little bit. Just don't get yourself to the point where you make bad parenting decisions. Nobody needs to make bad parenting decisions. But sometimes that does happen. And what do we do with our mistakes? We learn from them. Just like that mistake we've got sitting in office. We've learned. I guarantee he doesn't get another term. He should never have had this term. That's the truth right there. I don't think legally he actually does have this term, but that's my opinion. So sorry, Rosie. I cannot turn this truck around and come get you. I can't. It's way too many miles now. Look, If he doesn't finish this one, we get stuck with Heels Up Harris. Excuse me. Sorry. We get stuck with Harris if he doesn't complete this term. Do you really want that? And if not Harris, the next one in line is Pelosi. And nobody wants that. But you're going to be on an airplane going home long before I ever get back towards that area. You're going to be on an airplane before I even get into Utah. Anybody ever watch any of the M. Night Shyamalan movies? The movies that put out there? Happening. He had one that was called The Happening.
In 1 3/4 miles.
And for the last 3 years, I've been saying we are going to, and leading up to the election, I was saying, you know, we're going to end up watching the Bidening. And after the election, we are literally experiencing the Bidening. So if you've ever watched that movie, The Happening, you'll know what I mean. If you haven't watched it, you should. It's a really good movie. It is a bit scary. Not too much. Not unless you really believe in all this nature stuff, which I heavily do. So it is very to know ghosts.
The 2 right lanes, then take the exit.
Yep. Although I do need to get back to that TA down in Coburg, Oregon, and pick up that little siren box with all the different sounds you can make it do. Yeah, I need to pick that up. I also need to find one of those old klaxon bell sirens, like the one that was on the Ghostmobile from the Ghostbusters. I want that on the truck too. That'd be great. As soon as I get myself out of the hole, as soon as I dig myself out of this financial hole, maybe I'll be able to get them. But right now, I ain't getting nothing. I'm just driving, making money as I can, if I can. We'll see if the truck will let me. Actually, we'll see if Biden will let me with these fuel prices. FYI, for anybody watching, if you honestly believe in any of these product shortages that are supposedly happening all over the country, you are sorely mistaken. There are no shortages. While still under COVID restrictions, is still stuck in a trailer under COVID restrictions. This is a completely man-made shortage. Instead of let my people go, let my freight go. That's what people need to start screaming. Hey, silly, her Facebook is Rosie Rowe Patriot. Yeah, bye, Rosie Rowe. Rosie Rowe's Facebook, you can find it as Rosie Rowe Patriot. They're not just burning down food processing plants, they're going out and setting fire to fields and fields full of crops. They're going out to the chicken farms, the egg farms, and they're burning down the giant chicken houses. They're paying farmers not to grow or to destroy their own crops. They are creating this shortage. Going wrong right now is 100%. And everything that is happening is something that he said was going to happen, that he was going to do it. He told the people outright several times that he was going to do it, and then said, oh wait, no, I'm sorry, no, I'm going this way, not that way. Well, guess what? Just because you tried to misdirect and say that wasn't what I meant, and I'm going this other direction and not this direction, you think we believed you? No, we didn't. That's why we didn't vote for you. What really went on when you said it the first time, that's exactly what you meant. Just because you tried to take it back don't mean nothing, because now everybody sees that you lied your teeth off and ended up doing it anyway. And I highly doubt you did anything anyway. You just signed a of you. You're not the one in control. The people pulling your strings are. And I'm a firm believer that Russia and China own you, Mr. Biden. really is, and they pull the mask off. I feel like we're going to end up seeing that. And George Soros. Probably a couple of times. If it does, I'll take a while before I go back on. I'll wait till I got a good solid signal, which will probably be either in Yakima Historical Museum, and then you've also got Sunnyside has a ton of beautiful murals. They're known for that. You know, you just walk around the town looking at all the murals. It's a nice area to you know, kind of visit. And it's full of all kinds of history. You know, we were at 53 degrees in the Seattle area and up on the top of Snoqualmie and coming over the mountains. Now we got over it, and we still have video in. Started getting comments that were somehow left in the regular comment section. A little bit. There we go. What do you see? Yeah, once I get close to Tri-Cities warmer, the closer. there is actually water in it this year. Just a little bit, but there is some. Most years it's dry.